On this episode of Infowars News Blitz, folks, Americans are trained to shoot Americans. Literally, folks. As the CEO of a food bank says that the welfare cuts are having a ripple effect. Nightmarely ripple effect. And there's an article that I will be reading about the 21 hard-to-believe facts about wealthy America and poor America. That and a lot more straight ahead, so stay tuned. Okay, let's get this party going here. Sorry if I said the word party. I'm going to say let's get this article going. There's an article here by Adam Salazar, which is titled, Will Americans Put Up with Americans Being Trained to Attack Them? And underneath it says, the answer may obviously unfortunately be resounding yes. And I hate to say, this could happen. And they don't care. I mean, they're going to ruin their lives anyway, since you won't have a freaking future. But anyway, the article says here that there is a military buildup could also be a response to the slow motion financial collapse, and can only be accelerated through the implementation of Obamacare, aka the Affordable Care Act, aka Oh Crapacare, aka Oh Scamacare, aka the Unaffordable Care Act, as you dumb yuppie Democrats keep saying, I'm gonna get something free, please give me something free, because you think Obama is your friend and he wouldn't do this to you. Trust, I got news for you. He can and he will and he has. Okay? So, you keep holding out hope for that, folks. Like my parents. Anyway, the article goes on to say, no matter the explanation, are a few things are clear. Ammunition, lethal and non-lethal firearms, and riot gear are being stockpiled at an alarming rate, along with checkpoints, military vehicles, and armed personnel for federal buildings. In other words, basically, trust me, it's gonna get really, really hellish. According to Alex Jones, when the Depression hit back in the 1930s, early 1930s, it was about 90% rural, and 10% of that was basically like what, cities? I think now it's flipped. What do you think is gonna happen, folks? If you think what I'm thinking, you might want to get out of those cities and, and hunker down really quickly with some sort of food, because if it gets very, very bad, I mean, basically, and the military starts confiscating guns, I'll be honest with you, I want to tell the military something. Please, please, please do not do this. You are going to get chewed up in this fight along with everybody else. And then, when you lose everything, then you wonder why you're a slave. Because you follow the orders of the elites. And when the elites are done with you, they're going to spike you like a frickin' cannon. And on top of all that, they're going to kill your family too. They hate this country more than anything else, and they want to destroy this country all because, well, they're globalists. Why do you think they hate you? Okay, this is the second article I'll be reading here for all of you people here. This is an article written by Paul Justin Watson, which says, Food Bank CEO, welfare cuts causing nightmare ripple effect. And underneath it says, Val Thrower labels cuts a biblical disaster. As Val says, he says that basically that it is drawing attention to the biblical disaster of food stamp cuts, nothing that they are impacting not just low-income residents but also local businesses that accept food stamps. You can't afford the food supply of an estimating 18,000 people, as well as the revenue for nearly 1,000 businesses, and not expect a nightmare ripple effect. And again, I can't believe he's right. Right. throwers, I'm trying to pronounce his name correctly, sentiments echo of those others who have cautioned that the cut in the food stamp benefits is going to cause a demand that may cause food banks will simply be unable to meet. No joke. Uh, Basically that is known as what that was called? What did that Jones call it? Cloud and Priven or the IMF riots. Hello, anybody? Anybody? Anybody here that can basically come to the rescue and relate to this? Man, they've already shut off the whatchamacallit, the food stamp stuff in November the 1st already. So basically, this is not gonna end well for some of us here, or even for them. Excuse me, sorry folks. But really, folks, you really need to get your storable food from eFoods Direct or MyPatriotSupply.com, so you won't have to deal with the long bread lines and get euthanized or whatever. But to be honest with you, I kind of agree with this article, and because I'm not fully prepared for this thing, I mean, I could easily get swept up excuse me, in this. I mean, I am really terrified about this. I mean, I'm already out here in the county, and yet, to be honest with you, I am very fearful of that. But we need to tell everybody that basically this is going to happen, and then we need to figure out a way to stop this before it gets really, really bad. And according to this guy here, he's probably saying that it is going to get bad on a biblical scale. An article written by Michael Salazar, which is titled, Which America Do You Live In? 21 Hard to Believe Facts About Wealthy America and Poor America. And it was from the Economic Collapse, which is associated with Infowars.com. But anyway, the article says that there are about 45% of Americans who make less than $25 a year before taxes, and there are about 65% of all American workers who make less than $47 a year. And the article goes on to say that basically did I hit a record high in Wall Street celebrated since the financial crisis of 2008. Stocks have been in an unprecedented run, which is total bull if you live in reality. But if you do that, if you say that, then you're a freaking racist. But anyway, I'm just gonna go into the reading of all 21 facts here. I'll try to read the first 10 if I can. And when I mean I can, I mean I'm gonna try to read them if you get my drift. Anyway, 1. The lowest earning 23,300,064 Americans combined make 36% less than the highest earning 2,095 Americans do. Number 2, 40% of all Americans, 39.6% to be precise, makes more than $27 a year. According to the Pew Research Center, the top 7% of all American households own 60% of all their wealth in the country. Number 4, on average, households in the top 7% have 24 times much wealth as households in the bottom 93%. 5. According to numbers that were just released this week, 49.7 Americans are living in poverty. Well, that doesn't make any sense since the government doesn't cover it. 6. In the United States today, the wealthiest 1% of all Americans have a greater net wealth than the bottom 90% combined. 7. Households' incomes have literally been declining for 5 years in a row, and the total customer credit has been whopping 22% over the last 3 years. Well, that's all I can read. The article's on Infowars.com. Please go read it. I mean, like I said, go read it. Well, that's all the information I have for you today. If you'd like to read more about these articles, please go to the links below in the description. And also, please go to Infowars.com where you can read more about these articles and basically get your conspiracy stuff on. Also, be sure to please donate to the Infowars News Blitz. I really do need the money. I'm trying to find a job and I can't, so I'm just trying to do this thing here. This is the Infowars News Blitz. I am Info Gunner from Freeman Ridge number 3, and you have just been informed. See ya.